Wow, this is the first day that I've actually been able to get into my hives. In a long time, we've had such cold weather. Today I'm going to pop open a hive. Still got a winter bee kind on there. I'm hopeful that it's drained out and I don't have to fool with that. Just take it off empty. It doesn't matter, but we're going to look at that hive and see what's going on. They only have a deep and a super, and I feel like they might want to swarm pretty soon. I'm going to kind of glance around a little bit if they're nice and see if they have any swarm cells developing. I saw some drones today flying, so we're in any kind of a zone now that we could have some swarms, especially since we've got a nice day today. Package bee pickup is Saturday, so I'm kind of getting one of these looked at before then, but I want to see about adding a super under a queen excluder. I usually don't use queen excluders, but this one I feel like it's kind of crammed packed and that queen's going to go right up in there. Not going to fool with that. Plus, my super that I'm adding has drawn comb on it so that it'll be faster all the way around. Plus, I'm excited to get to try out, test drive my new hat and veil with the window in the front. So that'll be a test drive today to see how this is going to work out for me. I feel like it's going to go pretty good. Actually, to be honest with you, wearing this is kind of scary because I can see so clear. It's like I don't have a hat and a veil on, and I always wear a hat and a veil. So when I'm looking around, I think, oh, I forgot my hat and veil, but oh no, I have it on. It really is clear. Again, we got that winter bee kind we need to take a look at. Let's go ahead and take the winter bee kind off once and for all. We put this on kind of late in the season because we were getting more cold weather and it was like crazy. So what I'm going to do, I'll get on this side so you can see, but I just want to break the seal here enough where I can get some smoke under that winter bee kind, just like that. Now I know some people might be thinking, you know, I would watch a 4-minute or 5-minute video because some of your videos are really long. And some people are like, I just can't watch a 20-30 minute video. Well, I can't rush an inspection. Especially one that I'm trying to explain stuff. But you can see here, a lot of bees up there. They built a little bit of comb. They've consumed, I would say, most of the winter bee kind. Maybe left a little bit here. Bees are going to be on me today. That's just the way it's going to go. I do like to wear gloves because when I wear gloves, I don't have to work as slow as I do when I'm just going barehanded. But on the other hand, I do like to go barehanded because I have more flexibility with my fingers and my hands. I'm going to save this candy. I don't want to leave it around the hive. It may attract some small hive beetles or some robbers. So I'm going to get rid of that candy and get these bees off of it. I think sometimes when you watch somebody else work a hive like this, it may actually cause you to say, wow, look at that. He's working bees barehanded and the bees aren't stinging him. He's talking to us. I don't know. I think a lot of people need to see that for the most part bees are pretty calm when you start working them and you don't really need to be totally scared. But I do think you need to be safe and figure out what works for you. I've worked bees for a long time. You can see here they built a little comb right across here. So that makes me feel good that they didn't build it everywhere. I'm trying to get the bees off of it so I can get rid of it by putting some smoke on it. I need to get rid of it, but boy, that's pretty warm. Because if I don't, then it's going to be in the way of adding a super. Would you get your head out of there, please? Beep, beep. Nope. I'm moving it around. Don't get up there anymore. All right. Sometimes you have to talk to your bees, tell them what to do, and they'll move out of your way. Oh, and you got to tell them that you have subscribed to David's channel. I haven't told these bees yet. All right, well, let's start with a frame over here against the wall. I don't know if we're going to look at everything today. We'll see. We might. They're bringing in a lot of pollen today. solid frame of nectar here. And I have a lot of brood actually on this side here. All the way against the wall, I've got eggs and larvae. Can you believe that? All the way over against the wall. So that makes me, oh, there's a drone on my wrist. Yep. All right, let's see. There's a small hive beetle. Stupid beetles. Well, I need to look for the queen because I see some eggs. That means the queen could be over here laying some eggs. So let's check for queenage. If you miss the queen on your first frame, makes for a long day trying to find her in all the other ones, if you know what I mean. No one's ever done that, right? Oh, I forgot my frame hanger. Shoot. I thought I left it out here. No frame hanger. All right. Okay, well, I'll just lean it up against the hive like I do. Now, keep your smoker going. Give it some more puffs. And also keep track that you might run out of smoker fuel. If you load it up, then you need to kind of keep track of like, uh-oh, I might be running out soon. So keep some spare smoker fuel around. Gosh, the bees are crazy on how much nectar there is. All right, well, they're flying in with a whole bunch of different color pollen today. It's really late in the day, actually. I'm surprised that the bees are working so hard. It's about 4:30 p.m. Sundown for me right now is 7:30ish, so I'm 3 hours from sundown. But here we go. All right, let's kind of have a look around on this super frame. I don't see any queen cells. I don't see a queen. Every time I do this, a lot of you will tell me you saw the queen at this minute, that minute. I've gone back and followed your idea that you saw a queen at this time and you pointed out which one it was. It wasn't. Nope, you guys are telling me about drones. You're showing me big bees. You're not showing me a queen. I'm kind of glad I'm not seeing a terrible buildup of brood, you know, right all over the place, right off the bat, because I want these bees not to be overcrowded, you know, on the first nice day we have, but they still might be. I just exposed some drone brood by lifting that frame up. You can see the drone brood on the bottom. Those aren't queen cells. Nope. Do I like working barehanded? Yeah, I love it. That's really the only way to work bees, in my opinion, is barehanded. Do I get stung working bees barehanded? Absolutely, because I'm the one that makes mistakes sometimes. Like I catch a bee beneath one of the ears of the frames, and they let me know they don't like me attempting to smash them, and before I smash them, they sting me sometimes. Anyway, you have to be careful when you put your hands and fingers on the frame that you don't come in contact with a bee. It's simple as that. Or you got to wear gloves. Okay, a mixture of different types of pollen colors, brood, larvae, eggs, all over the place. I like it. Same on this side. All right. It'd be fun to find the queen up at the top here. We could look at her without having to go in the bottom, but we might go down one. Now, here's the deal with my cameras. The cameras that I use, they're not really called video camcorders. They're actually cameras. Something about there's some government regulation, and I don't know all the details, I'm probably screwing it up, but import blah, 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 that my camera can only record video, not more than 30 minutes. So every 29 minutes, I have to turn it off, turn it back on. It's just the nature of the particular camera that I use. I use a Canon M50 Mark II, I believe it is. I have two of them. I have two of them going right now. One's filming kind of a different angle than the other. One has a different lens on it. I like filming with two running because sometimes if I do lose one, I've still got the other one to fall back on in the edit room. A lot of pollen in the legs of these girls working hard. I don't know if you're picking up on the sound of the roar of this hive, but they are roaring because they're bringing in, at the end of the day, so much resources. These foragers are landing, and that's what that noise is. Since I am barehanded, I'm taking a little more care in how I handle my frames, holding them for you. Excellent brood pattern. Look at that silk, drone silk pupa cocoon that's kind of torn at the bottom of that frame. That's interesting. Never seen that before. First I thought it was a piece of plastic, and I was like, oh, I know what that is. A lot of drone brood on this frame, so it's that time of the year the queen decided to not fertilize those eggs and get some drones in the air to mate with virgin queens, no doubt. I gotta get bees off of that frame where I want to put it back. I want to put it back right there. There's just too many bees there. Oh, I've got a busy weekend. This is our package bee weekend. Package bee pickup. Got a lot of packages, a lot of customers coming in, and lots going on. I think my staff is puzzled that I'm out here filming today when they think I could certainly be getting ready for package bee pickup day, but that's why you have a staff, right? What do I have to do that for? All right. Yeah, my veil's working fantastic. It's unreal to look through this veil and see what I'm seeing. It's just phenomenal. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I've never been so excited to be able to see so clearly. One of you in the comments left a comment that if you could have that piece of plastic sort of magnified, like maybe you could have a reader glass type material, 1.50 or something. Wouldn't that be something? Heck yeah it would. It would be awesome. If I could find a piece of plastic that was like at least 1.2 or 1.25, 1.50, I would buy another hat like this and I would put that in there. That would allow me to actually see better because I'm farsighted. I don't see up close exceptionally well anymore in my old age, so that would be awesome for me, but for those of you that are nearsighted, you wouldn't need that. Most of us are farsighted. All right, blah blah blah. I'm seeing the same thing. I'm not seeing any queens. You know, if I got stung, I would be surprised because these bees are very, very nice. If that's what it means. The white larvae that you see is some drone pupae that fell out in the pupa stage right here. If that's in the camera, sorry about that. That's just going to happen. Some of these things broke on the bottom when I lifted a frame up. I probably didn't line things up as good as I should have. Some of these bees, like look at this bee right here. Let's see if I can pick her up. Picking up a bee is like, yeah, right, David. All right, well, you can see, if this comes into focus, the pollen on her back. The way I'm holding her, she can't sting me because I'm holding her upside down where her stinger is not going to touch me. But if that's in focus, you can see that pollen looks so cool. And then we'll just set her back down. Let her walk away. Yep, fun times with bees, that's for sure. I'm going to look at one more. Some of you are saying, is he concerned that bees are landing on his arm and hands? Oh no, not at all. There's a difference between an attack bee that's definitely going to sting you and a bee that's just landing. Yeah, they got some honey that they're working over there, capped over. Some of it's crystallized. Let's see what they do with that. And on this side, nectar and pollen down in the cells. No queen. So let's put this super back together the way that it needs to be. All the frames need to be tight. We'll take it off and we'll go down and look at the next brood area down below. Here comes the UPS. UPS is picking up shipments going out today, and hopefully the driver knows to stay away from me. I'm gonna wait just a minute until he's done before I actually go crazy and open this bottom up. The bees made their way off of this, as you can see. Hey, Robbie.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Want to take over for me?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay, see you later. Feels like a spider under there. Oh, it's a stapler though. Right in the handle there's a staple. Let's do it this way. Ooh, more bees in that handle. No, that's a spider. I hate putting my finger in the handle and just coming in contact with spiders in those handles. I mean, it's not good. I work some bees in certain locations where they have black widows. I can't believe it. And I don't like that. Brown widows too. What's interesting for me in working bees and making videos on YouTube is that I can't work bees, you know, like I normally would, because I have to adjust my cameras, constantly moving things around. Let's get the bees off of here. I don't see any mites on the pupae, which is good. When I was at the Maryland Bee Lab this year, there was a great scientist that was there. I interviewed him. Oh, I'm going to make that video soon. And he called them pupae, just like I do. Somebody told me that it's not pronounced pupae, plural, but I think it is. There's a queen cage from last year. Shows you how I didn't take that queen cage out at all last year. That's going to lead a lot of you to ask me questions, isn't it? Yeah. Like, why'd you leave the queen cage in there a whole year? Wow, so many bees, and I don't want to kill one. When you kill a bee, you can release the alarm pheromone, actually, from that venom sac. And that could cause the bees to start thinking they're being attacked, and somebody released some alarm pheromone, and so I'm trying not to kill any bees. I'm putting a lot of pressure on that frame, dragging it through a lot of propolis. It's amazing. It's just incredible how sticky the propolis is. Yep, this is like a very, very crowded hive. Some of you are working new hives, new packages, and you've only got 10,000 bees, and you're not experiencing what I am right now. Okay, I got one camera running, so I got to make sure I show you what I'm looking at. And I'm a little bit lower. Just a frame of nectar on the brood nest area. I don't live near an airport, but oh, a Beechcraft Bonanza. But airplanes just fly over because I live out in the country. All right, let's take a look here. Same thing here. Lift up a frame, break free of the propolis. There we go. Check under the ear of the frame so we can get our finger underneath there. Then hold it so the camera can see what I'm looking at through my very, very clear veil. Basically another frame of some nectar. Knocked some bees off. I have to check, make sure I didn't knock my queen off. Nothing there. Not too excited about that. Nope, no queen there. Now I don't have to take any more frames out. I got enough room to move them this way. Am I going to do anything about all those drones, pupae? Nope, not a thing. Going to leave them right where they sit and let the bees either consume them as protein or deal with them outside the hive. They go, it's up to the bees, not me. You can see it's be hard to find the queen if they're all just walking around in there. But you can also see, unless it's too dark, a lot of larvae, a lot of eggs down in those cells. So the queen has been here very recently, if she's still not walking around there today. But I don't see her in a quick glance, so let's rotate it over and see the other side. Here we are on the other side, looking for the queen. And of course she is not marked that I know of. I don't remember her being marked. I usually look for a retinue. I don't see a retinue. I don't see a large thorax walking around. I'm going to say no queen here. We'll put this back in a gap in case the queen was there. She's not going to jump. All right, let's check our smoker fuel, see where we're at. We can last, we're not going to last through the whole inspection, so we're going to have to be mindful to add some more smoker fuel. There's a lot of bees in here, isn't it? All right, so this frame here will be the frame that will tell us if we have any queen cups, queen cells for swarms, because it's kind of in the middle of the brood nest area. And if it's in the middle of the brood nest area and it has some swarm cells, then we know what's going to happen next. We have to take action. Oh, this is heavy. I'm trying to reposition my fingers so that I don't smash a bee. Okay. Oh, super frame with the extension on the bottom and a deep. So that's just a 3" of extra comb on the bottom. Makes it hard to find the queen if she's down in a crack down there. I see a cup, an older queen cup. But I'm not seeing a bunch of swarm cells, so that's good. Looking for the queen. Not seeing the queen. I see some drones. I see a lot of drones. So if you're seeing drones saying there's a queen, no. All right, let's look at the other side. Wow, what a solid sheet of brood. Let's look at this up close. Let me move some bees out of the way. Camera coming through. Please move. Look at that brood pattern. A lot of good brood. All right. So we'll just take a glance. Make sure we don't see a queen. Looking around here. Again, she could be clumped up in these clumps of bees there. But I doubt it. I don't see a queen on this frame. Now, when I get this far along in the inspection, I usually feel like, wow, I'm pretty deeply committed to this hive, getting it inspected and getting it back together again too. I mean, if they start getting restless at this point, you got a lot of stuff that you got to deal with. You got to put this whole hive back together. You got to put frames back together. You got to put frames back here, the super back on. Wow, you know, you can just really, there's a lot of time left that I have to put into putting this hive back together. So that's why I pace myself and I try to determine how calm and how this hive is treating me, because I need to close up if they do get restless. And that's going to take me a minute. So I have to study how they're treating me as I inspect them to know how much more time I can do this. That makes sense? I don't see any queen here. I got a pretty good eye for a queen myself. I'm gonna think there might be a queen cell right here. Let's look. Nope, drone brood. Look at that. Drone brood, not a queen cell. I saw a little bump out. And like this is a drone right here. That's not a queen. So calm down if you thought you found the queen. How about we make a decision that the queen is going to be on this next frame I'm going to pull up. Yeah, that'll work. Got us some smoke we needed. Keeping the gap from where I'm looking and where I've looked keeps my queen from jumping between the two areas. Like, I don't want her to jump onto frames I've already looked at. So I leave a little gap there, about 3 or 4 inch gap. She could still walk across the wall, but not likely. All right, got a good grip, pull her up. Put my fingers under the ears. And let's look at the waggle dances. Waggle dances. Wow, that's some good distance. On that waggle dance there, look at the distance of vibration. They're flying a long way. My gosh. Going to make a figure 8. Do the waggle dance again. That's crazy. That means they're flying really, really, really far. Many miles to get that nectar. I don't see the queen here. I'm going to rotate it to the other side. All right. Wow. I only saw one beetle so far. I kind of thought, uh-oh, I see a beetle right off the bat. I thought, dang, got a beetle problem. But I don't see any more beetles. All right, I don't see the queen there, so we're going to put her back and look at the next one. I need to clear a place for me to put this. I'm kind of speeding up a little bit because I can, and I need to, because I got to put this hive back together. It's getting darker. The sun's setting on me. All right, got some smoke there. Keep rotating these hives up and out with my J-hook hive tool. Works great. I was a little reluctant to use a J-hook in the beginning when they first came out. I just like the old ones that I used, but I'm starting to like them a lot more now. I'm looking down the frame. Old-time beekeeper taught me to look down the frames when you first pull them up, see if you can see the queen. Wow, I can't even get my fingers on an ear to lift it up. There's so many bees on my ear of my frame. All right, let's look at a good brood pattern. And let's glance for a queen. Why not? No queen cells. We're looking for swarm cells more than a queen right now because we have eggs and good brood, so I don't have to find my queen. But just doing it for fun, since that's something you guys probably would love to see, is a queen. Yeah, that's a broken frame. I don't like that. It's broken on the edge over here. Look at that. Like a mouse ate it in half or something. I don't know what happened with that. I'm studying it carefully for a queen. Yeah. All right, excuse me. Just move out of my way, please. Don't let bees push you around. You push them around. Come on. Don't be scared of them. Have a healthy respect for them, but don't fear them. They can sense your fear, I think, and you know, they might kind of want to chase you away if they think you're running. Oh, I got nectar. It's rare to see the queen over here. Nectar. Rare to see the queen in nectar. Waggle dancers, little brood at the top. All right, queen, time to show yourself. A lot of waggle dancing going on. But okay, well, here we go. We've decided that we feel good about where we're at with no swarm cells. We have lots of eggs and brood in various stages. So will we come back later and look for more swarm cells? Absolutely. It's still early in the year, and they might start making swarm cells tomorrow. And so that would be capped over on about day 10. So 10 days from now, I could have a lot more. I could have swarm cells. So yeah, you can't trust this inspection only for about a week. Then you got to look again. Keep looking. All right, let's look at one more because I'm curious now. All right, so I found the queen. I found some eggs. Look right here. There's my big queen. You see her? I'll highlight her in the edit room for you if you don't see her. Wonderful. All right, mission accomplished. Let's watch her go down so we don't hurt her. What we're going to do now is put it back in position, and we're going to seal it up. We're going to close it up. They're ready for a super. I need to manipulate some frames, so I'm just trying to smoke the bees so I can not injure any bees in my frame manipulations of sliding and moving frames over. So let's go ahead and be careful on this next frame that the queen is on. All right, I'm going to do some surgical work here by smoking down into the crevices where bees sit, get them off the wood so I can connect these frames together. It's not easy if you don't want to kill a bee. Some people don't take this much care. Kill a few bees, it doesn't matter, but I don't like to kill bees. Smoking doesn't hurt them. Smashing them between frames does. Right? I got bees all over my camera. I got bees all over me. They're not stinging me, but they're just walking on me. They're festooning now between this gap. If you can see that. Beautiful festooning. Makes it harder to push frames back together. Oh, I thought that was a stinger in my finger. I thought, why is my finger hurt? All right, well, pull that stinger out. All right, I think I'm gonna slide a frame there rather than move a million frames. It's not gonna change anything with them. All right, here we go. Queen's not on here. We know where the queen is, so I'm going to slide this one in between there. Perfect. All right, now we just have one more to go. I smoked my finger that got stung right on the tip. I think I smashed a bee. Smoking your finger can mask the alarm pheromone. Doesn't really hurt that bad, but it kind of got my attention right under the fingernail. So those of you that have worked bees before for many years, you know that probably the worst place to get stung, one of the worst places, is under the fingernail. Between the fingernail, you know, and the skin. Ouchie, ouchie place. All right. If I didn't have this smoker, I could not put this hive back together without killing a lot of bees. I'm trying to keep them off the edges of these frames. When I connect the frames back together, they're sitting in there, down in there. And I'm trying to get a clean push, get them off of there. Do it slow enough they get out of the way. I'm really being particular, aren't I? I've never been this particular for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's coming out of winter and I'm more excited about the bees making it through winter. This is a hive that, gosh, you know, they had winter bee kinds, but I didn't do any mite treatment last year. I didn't take any honey supers off. They just did really well. They went through winter with a deep and a super, and they're just exploding. One more frame to put in, then we're gonna put a new super on top. Okay, so what we need to keep track of, we saw the queen, we saw brood, great brood, good brood pattern, eggs, larvae, different stages. We saw the queen. So nothing to be concerned about, no swarm cells at all, plenty of drones. So we're in the clear to go ahead and just super this up. All right, how are we gonna super it? We're gonna put this super back on top. The queen is way down in the bottom deep, but she might eventually work her way up to the top deep. And I kind of don't want that. Perfect. Now let's put this back on. It's good. All right. Queen has glued her in place. But what I wanted to show you guys, yeah, it's got a little bit of, oh yeah, look at that. See, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna monitor this frame here. Got some wax moth, silk webbing. Look at that, kind of crappy stuff over here. See the crappy stuff, dirty. So what we'll do is we'll remember that this super, the third frame over, that one, has kind of a crappy appearance to it. And then we'll see what it does, how the bees will clean it up or not, but I know they will. And we'll come back when it's maybe in I don't know, 3-4 weeks. And we'll take a look at the third one from the east edge and see how much they've really improved that. No queen cells, good queen, good brood, queen excluder, super. What else can you do? Okay guys, hey, I had a lot of fun out here in the hive today. A lot of footage that was gathered. I hope you don't mind the extra time. It maybe will be entertaining for some of you, but you can just have fun watching it, seeing how I handle bees. I only got stung one time on my fingertip right there, so no gloves, short sleeve shirts. Fun times, really was. So recapping this hive, great hive, made it through the winter. I'm gonna raise queens out of this hive here because I like that they survived the winter and I like that they looked very healthy. I only saw one small hive beetle. So it's a great hive, I love it. And I would love to have more queens just like this one. So we saw the queen and we saw good laying brood pattern. We saw eggs, brood in various stages, no queen cells, so no swarm coming up. Put a super on it, underneath a queen excluder. So that's how you do it. What can I say? Hey, if you'd like to know more about starting beekeeping, I got a great video that will walk you through how you start beekeeping. It's a really good video with over 1 million views, and I want you to start beekeeping and have fun like I'm having fun. This is great. Watch this video. I'll see you in my next video.